Hello and welcome to LCGNZ. I'm your host, Hank.
And I'm your other host, Sean.
And we've encountered some sort of glitch in the Matrix because we are bringing you Oliver and Mark again.
That is correct.
Albeit they've switched sides now.
And this time it's actually the finals as well. This is the
final. Okay, this is the big game.
Yeah, this is the big game. Oliver, who came back through the loser bracket, is meeting Mark once more. And he's going to see if he can beat Mark a second time. But this time, as Hank said, other way around. So he does have to win 2 games in a row. And we do have Oliver playing Leela again and Mark playing
Soul. And he's been very nice and just showed us his hand. But
he was also the one that provided this video footage. So
yes. So thanks, Mark.
Many thanks to Mark on that one.
For making all of this possible.
Yep. So
and for those of you who don't like our commentary, you can also blame Mark for making this possible.
We can indeed, or you can, or I can. Anyway, Mark has put out on 2 pieces of ice and a hedge fund. It's a very
classic start.
That's a very good start. It's a start I quite personally like. And critical turn for the runner. What do you do first?
That's true. I mean, it is MBN, so maybe one of those is just a pop-up window and you go have a poke. Especially if you're Leela, because that can really snowball if you hit an agenda on the first turn.
Exactly. Hit R&D, see if you can get something, then hit HQ a couple of times.
Right. So
daily
first
cast?
Is a daily cast. Yep.
Okay. Get that money.
Yep. And
wait, what were the other actions?
I guess he clicks for credits. Sure. Oh no, he drew one, didn't he? Yeah, he drew.
That's still only 2 actions.
Drew, I assume 2 credits, and
maybe no, he wouldn't have run. Wow, we're doing well already.
Okay, so Mark's just played Glare. It's a very powerful card against commentators.
It's a very powerful card. I kind of confused of.
Oh, so it must be a current. So current's gone down, and Jackson Howard. We've got a bank job. Now he must be running, and Mark's deciding whether or not to pop the Jackson.
Pop the Jackson for just a hedge fund, or give him the 8 credits.
Yeah, no, he does it.
He pops the Jackson. No 8 credits for you.
Yeah.
So what current is that? I mean, the problem is it's very difficult to see it at the moment because it's the elusive glare card.
Yeah.
We definitely need to work on that for future recordings, and I'm sure we will. But from what I typically see, it would be like a targeted marketing. Go for the runner's economy.
Yeah. So he's checking the Texas bank job.
Yep. No money for.
Now it is popular to run paywall implementation in Soul, so maybe it is that.
That is true. Did he gain a credit? I don't think he did.
No. No, but there was no successful run because Jackson popped.
That's true, yeah. Wouldn't let the run be successful. Anyway, we've got a
HQ run with a wraparound, and the runner's just setting up some economy.
Still, I mean, it's good to make that early run just to keep the corp from getting a ton of money, and it gives you a little bit of idea of what you're dealing with in the future.
Yeah. Corp is drawing. Is the corp broke?
No, corp has 7 credits.
Oh, right. Okay,
yeah, he's hiding
credits.
it just off his map.
Alright. Install some ice.
Yep.
And we know he drew an Astro at some point. I wonder if that's it.
No, I think the Astro's still in his hand, actually.
Okay.
I think it's the thing right in the front, unless I saw it wrong. You only get, snippets of cards, so that's always a bit of fun.
There's a sure gamble in there, I think.
He's going to
running
run
the remote. And
wall static.
Yep.
Well, if he's got that special order or a Crota, that would probably be a good time for it. I mean, that gets you into 2 of the servers. I mean, Crota's good anyway if you've got the wraparound.
Yeah, absolutely. And
there's the Sure Gamble.
Sure Gamble, yeah.
A bit of money. It's always nice to have.
So draw. Okay, so that's not the Astro. Definitely not.
Oh, there's Beal just drawn now, so that's exciting. Project Beal, I see, is a very null card. I mean, it's a 3 for 2, which is nice. You're not going to complain about that, but quite frankly, the text is... I mean, I've talked about this before, I know, but It just makes me sad. I like agendas being a little bit more bombastic. Then you get some points.
Yeah, but look, they're printing neutral 3-2s now for influence, and they count as an extra point when they're stolen. So just being a 3-2 is a really powerful thing in this game.
That is true.
What enables NBN's fast advance strategy is that critical mass of 3-2s.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, okay, that's very fair. I guess when they initially started printing the game, I don't think they understood how powerful 3-2s are going to be, but we've got a special order now. Yeah. It's going to be the Crota, surely.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. And I suspect that's why Mark didn't install any of his agendas, because Oliver has the money. He's playing Crim, so 3 credits means a Crota.
I understand Oliver and Mark actually encounter each other in the Swiss as well, so they have seen each other's decks, from my understanding. I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure what the results were, but I mean, these two seemed like high school lovers, and they'd see each other after class every game.
So what is that? That was an agenda of some sort.
I want to say it's 15 minutes, but it's unfortunately entered the Glare realm.
Yeah.
Which is where the light elementals live. Which, if that agenda goes away, we'll know, unfortunately, because we can't see what it is. The counter up the top is correct. Trust the counter. I mean, we're all looking at that counter right now. It's very important.
So Mark is evidently playing some sort of kill build, because he's got a traffic accident in hand.
And psychographics, though.
Psychographics, interesting. So...
kill build with psychographics?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess if you get a mid-season...
Well, that's a Scorch. I mean, he's definitely got something kill
well, that makes sense. If you've got a he's going to have mid-seasons in here, right? And so if he's got a mid-seasons, do you want to score, like, a Beal for a hella ton of points?
Well, if it wins you the game, yes.
Yes, that's an excellent time to score a Beal. Or if you can get the kill. I mean, I think the fast advance tag sort of thing is a good idea. I think it helps. A couple of cards pitched.
Well, the thing with MBN is that it forces the runner into no-win decisions. Yep. Do you steal a thing that's obviously in the agenda, eat the mid-seasons, and then possibly get scorched? Or do you let them score the Astro that change into another Astro and wins them the game?
Exactly, you can't let them do that. And knowing that he's got damage in hand, I'm just looking at that secret card again. I'm more convinced that it's 15 minutes than ever before.
Yeah.
Because if we're assuming they've got mid-seasons in there, 15 minutes is the perfect thing to make sure that mid-seasons can fire a little bit more regularly.
Well, Oliver's just gotten a ton of money from Shore Gamble, so that's security against mid-seasons.
Yep. Money will protect you.
Just like in real life.
Archives.
Looks like...
Is that a Explode Palooza?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah. Yep.
I like Explode Palooza. It's fun.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
I know I was running it for a while, and...
Oh, there's a R&D interface.
And there's R&D run. That's a traffic accident.
Traffic accident. And an Astro.
Oh. So, assuming that is 15 minutes, like I think, we're at 5 points now?
Yeah. Yeah. And now...
Corp's got to be careful.
Yeah. And Oliver knows that Mark's playing kill, if he didn't already know that from Swiss.
That's true.
He's drawing sweeps, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fun about the Indian kill deck, that even if you're like 6 points ahead, you make one slightly wrong move there and your face and apartment and block just disappears.
Yeah.
And losing all 3 of those at once, I found, bad times.
You can lose one of them.
You can lose one. I mean, if you lose your city block, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you lose your apartment, that's fine. And if you lose your face, in the far future of New Angeles...
Yeah. And for some of us, it can only be an improvement.
Well, yeah. I wasn't going to say it, but then I immediately said it, so clearly I'm the asshole here.
Wow. That goes without saying. So... So Mark's put something down in that server that Oliver can get into very easily.
Yeah,
that's one of the great things about Netrunner. Is this an elaborate double bluff?
Week hedge fund, I think. No, I mean you wouldn't put an agenda down there, but I mean as you said, that's Netrunner.
Yeah, that's Netrunner.
I know I try that sort of thing all the time. It only ever works once. I'm not saying like once per game, only once.
Yeah. Oh, and when I do that to you, it's always a snare.
Of course.
And you always hit it.
Yeah, that's the rule.
Yeah, Schrodinger's snare.
He's going to run the server though.
Yeah.
Let no server be unturned.
Oh, it's
the Jackson Howard.
Yeah.
And he gets popped. Goodbye, Mr. Howard. Your retirement fund is on the way. Not retirement, sorry, redundancy. I'm forcing him to retirement.
Well, no, he comes out of retirement all the time. That's why there's 3 of him in every deck.
Wouldn't that be he comes out of redundancy all the time? Like they keep rehiring him?
Well, you're really not supposed to do that.
Aren't you?
No, if you make people redundant, you gotta show that you actually... Anyway, let's not derail into employment law. I'm sure that's not why you're here.
I kind of want to know now. I'll ask you after this.
Yeah, if you will have to pay me a ton of money, though.
Okay, so. If you have any questions about employment law, just comments down below. Hank will ask you why you cannot rehire Jackson Howard.
Great. All right.
No one will do it.
Well, now they will. So, thanks, Sean. Thanks. Now, what's interesting is Oliver didn't take that money off of Bank Job.
No.
Still a successful run on remote.
Yeah, that's true. We've got a plastic readout now.
Yep. Extra safety.
Wow, a lot of safety, I mean.
Well, his credit pool has actually diminished quite a bit.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm surprised that he didn't take money off the Bank Job.
Yeah, I mean, you can always take money off the Bank Job. I mean, although, if you went run successful, it replaces the access effect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so...
If the Jackson got popped, then...
Your access effect, you might as well just do the Bank Job.
Yeah, you can access nothing or you can get 8 credits.
To be fair, Jackson Howard does confuse people. And I don't mean that as a disparaging thing against Oliver. He's a good player. But, you know, all of a sudden a card's picked up and then it's thrown away and then cards are being brought out and you want to know what those cards are. There's a lot to take in at that exact moment.
Yeah.
So, of course, in the past, we've gone through like why we think things have happened and realized that things don't work the way we thought they did.
But that's just because we're incompetent.
Yeah, so. I'm certain Bank Job works that way.
Oh, yeah.
I play a lot of Bank Job.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, 8 credits for one is pretty good. Especially in today's meta of let's just put down a hell of a lot of servers and not protect them. We've got an R&D run. We see 2 cards that Oliver just doesn't want. Leela Patel goes through R&D and just finds... Did I say archives? Leela goes through R&D and just nothing.
No, he's breaking with Corroder to get... Oh, he's getting the Bank Job credits.
Okay, there we go. That's good money. Now, is Jackson Howard in the Corpse hand?
Yep. Actually, that's not very good money when you think about it. Bank Job costs 1.
Yep.
It's a card.
Yep.
He paid 2 to access it. Sorry, he paid 2 to break through that piece of ice.
Plus a click.
And plus the click to run, so he's 3 clicks up. He basically beast stalked.
Assuming a card is worth a credit and a click is worth a credit, I mean, it's a 3 credit game.
Yeah. And people will argue to the death about whether you can make that comparison. There are varying schools of thought.
Let them. I think that's actually part of the exciting thing about the game, that you can argue that school of thought. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely. And I think I agree that a click is always worth more than a card or a credit.
Yeah.
Because a click is readily convertible into either a card or a credit.
That's true. It's a very variable thing. And ideally, you don't really want to be using a click for a credit or a card. If you can get 2 credits, that's always preferable.
Yep. Okay, so Mark's finally defending R&D. Yeah, there we go.
He's defending R&D. Here comes the legwork.
Here comes the legwork. Well, from Oliver's perspective, you've got to think Mark hasn't defended R&D for ages. That probably means he's got...
okay, there's a breaking news.
There's a breaking news. That probably means that he's got something in his hand that will let him win. Well, enough agendas in his hand that he feels comfortable not defending R&D.
Yeah.
Although Oliver is just keeping him an R&D lock, so...
Yeah. You'd have to grab that 50 minutes back. How many clicks does it take to get it back? 1?
Don't know off the top of my head. I'm not sure if that helps now, to be honest.
Well, it stops another breaking news.
That's true. That is one thing that stopped.
I mean, 2 points again. Oh, no, that was discarded. Oh, yeah, no, you probably don't want tags at this point in time. Could be a little dangerous against our good friends that kill Inbian.
Well, Plascrete. Plascrete, and he's got 1 resource. He hardly cares.
Yeah, that's true.
And the thing is, Mark... I feel like Mark's really hurting for ice.
He is. I wonder if that was almost... I'd be interested to find out how much actual ice there is in this deck, but we saw a resistor a couple of times.
Which doesn't help all that much if the runner is not tagged.
No, it doesn't.
Did Oliver discard the siphon, or he use it?
He discarded it, I believe.
Interesting. Because it costs him 1 credit to get in.
Yeah.
Mark has credits, but not a lot. And in some ways, there we go. Psycho.
Mid-seasons.
I always get them confused.
Yeah. No, that's definitely mid-seasons, and so we're seeing 4 credits on that, so that's a trace of... No, he's okay, 2 credits. 3 credits. So that is a trace of 8, because it starts at 5. No, it starts at 6. So trace of 9.
So is some number of credits leading to a slightly different number of trace? That's what we're down to.
That's exactly what we're down to.
Okay. We're technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Well, if we are very ambiguous and vague about things, that will usually get us into a good spot where we can't be wrong. But either way, we...
So, yep.
Oh, okay.
Taken
8 tags?
8 tags.
Yeah.
Looks like 8.
It's always bad when you have to put down a tag and then a 20-second tag on top of it. That's a bad day.
Yeah.
And many a times that happens, and again, well, many times against Indian that happens. We just go. You could just cover up, your nice little runner art with tags, or just use D20. Like those little magic spin down dice. I love those. They're so nice.
Yeah.
It's the best thing Magic ever had. No, that's not true.
Okay, so Oliver is just dirty laundried into
Jackson
archives, and Mark is Pop Jackson.
Right.
At least that's why I think is happening.
No, no, he was dirty laundering into the
remote.
Yeah, the remote, and then Jackson was popped. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Dirty laundry happened. Money was gained. Jackson was popped. Psychographics has been shuffled into the deck.
Makes you wonder how many Mark has in there.
How many psychographics? It's an interesting thought. Be interesting to know how many mid-seasons he's got in there as well.
Well, we haven't seen much ice out of his deck. We haven't seen many assets out of his deck.
His
deck's got to be full of something. Oliver doesn't know either. Okay. We're in good company.
It's always interesting when you... I know the art, I just cannot think about it.
And to those of you who are now yelling at your screen, calling us idiots because you know what that is off by heart, fair play to you.
I was wondering where you were going to go with that.
Yep. No, you're absolutely correct. We are idiots.
I was kind of hoping you were going to have a little bit of a meltdown, but... I mean, honestly... I always kind of hope that, though.
Look.
I'm looking. I'm always looking, hoping for that meltdown. That's exactly what I'm doing. Anyway, Mongoose. Mongoose is going in, and we're seeing a card in R&D, and a second card in R&D. Leela does not like those cards. Well, doesn't want those cards anyway. But that sort of R&D lock with the Mongoose, Corp's got to do something to stop that. You know, if there's a runner going through your servers and you can't stop them, step one is to stop them.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes something like Faust so frustrating, right? The game is predicated on the Corp being able to do something to stop the runner.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've given up on dealing with Faust these days, and my strategy is just kill them. Just murder them. I don't even care about ice anymore.
We're not even talking about the runner, are we? You're talking about the player.
Oh,
Faust hits the table and you just leap across and start stabbing.
Yeah, well, I throttle and stab. We were made with two hands, one for choking and one for stabbing.
Well, you gotta get a good grip so they don't wriggle out of the way of your knife. And you might as well just go for the neck. Exactly.
That's the Wayland way.
That's the Wayland way.
I wish that was like a slogan for Wayland. Just a picture of some sort of hitman crushing something. Oh, speaking of the Wayland way, there's a scorched earth.
Yeah.
Took down the armor.
Yeah. Oh, there's a traffic accident. How many cards does Oliver have in his hand? If he has 3 and Mark has 2 traffic accidents, then it's game.
No, I always wonder if it was just...
No, he's taking a credit and...
he's got no money.
Yep.
It might have just been let's blow his house up just to sort of scare him. Because nothing scares people like having their house blown up. Even if you're wearing a cool suit of armor. So yeah, he did only have 3 cards.
Now, if you were in Oliver's position, would you have used the Plascrates? Because I've been told by some very good players that you take the damage first and only use the Plascrate when you're about to die.
Yep. That's what I would personally do.
Because now Oliver's in a really precarious position. He can't get rid of those tags, and if Mark gets 2 scorches, game over. Or even a scorch and a traffic accident. Game over.
I tend to agree with what you've been told, probably because the same person told me. And I mean, it has saved my life a couple of times, especially when my opponent was very enthusiastic about the double scorch.
Yes. You're talking about me, aren't you?
No, I'm not actually.
Oh.
Because I lost that game.
Yeah.
But it was taking the damage. They threw down 2 scorch and said, you lose. I'm like, well, no. Scorch. I lose the cards. And like, okay, scorch. I lose my Plascrete. And there was a moment where they just looked at the table and went, oh. That's right. That's on the table still. So...
Wah.
Yeah, just baiting that out. Like, even though it's on the table... Sometimes the most secret cards are the ones that are in plain sight.
Yeah, and going off on a tangent into naval theory, having that scorch there is like having a fleet in being. It's there, it doesn't do anything, but your opponent has to consider it and consider the danger of it. So, just having it there, and not using it, means that the Corp has to be very, very careful with its kill strategy.
Yeah. I don't really know how to respond to that. That was...
Well, read your Meihan. That's what I'm going to say.
Wasn't that like a dynasty in like Japan?
I think you're thinking Meiji.
Oh, I am. You're right.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yep.
In short, scorch bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you may have confused me with someone who's smarter.
Yeah. Look, all I'm saying is a Plascrete on the table is like the German High Seas Fleet.
Oh my god.
Okay? Let's leave it at that. I don't know how to make that any clearer. Right. Now,
well, anyway, speaking of the German High Seas Fleet, we've got John Masanori on the table.
Yep.
And he gets cards, much like the German fleet.
Sure. And if you fail hard enough, he gets angry and rebels against you by giving you a tag.
Just like the German fleet.
Absolutely. And, well, look, at this point, what does Oliver have to lose from John Masanori? He's going to get more tags. Oh, no.
A few credits. I mean, the Corp can always just trash him.
Yeah.
That's not the worst idea. I'm almost wondering if what Mark really wants to see here is Well, actually, Mark's got no agendas on the table. He's got his current, which is, the light elemental.
What is that card? That's going to bother me.
I'll find out. Okay. It wouldn't be funny if that's every time I've been asked a question, why has this happened? This card is the exact reason. It's the current we cannot recall. I don't play a lot of currents. I feel like I've been doing it wrong. There's a couple of good ones, I guess.
Yeah. I like Ribena.
Yeah, that's black currants.
Yep.
I wonder if that joke even translates anywhere else.
I think they have Ribena in the UK.
Okay, we've got to be topical for New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly. This is LCGNZ.
So we've got to be topical for New Zealand. So if we start talking about Kiwis or...
It's either that or we bring a sheep out and just have our way with it.
Oh my God. No, can we not do that again?
Not twice in one night, right?
No, exactly.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I put it back. Anyway. Jesus. That's the traffic
accident.
I like that it's called traffic accident. I only just wish it had accident in quotation marks.
Oh, that would have been good.
They do some great... Oh, that's
an Astro.
That's an Astro. That's a scary thing to be drawing.
Yeah.
I only wish with this game they had a few more funnier names, because they do have some great names. I've had worse as a great name.
There's another Astro.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a bad thing to draw.
If you could psychographics them, if you could get a psychographics.
You got mid-seasons.
That doesn't help. If you get a psychographics and get one of those Astros out, then the next turn he gets another Astro out.
Sure, yeah.
And he's protecting his HQ, which he kind of has to.
Yeah.
And that's the mid-seasons thrown away.
I bet he regrets popping that first Jackson to deny that bank job now.
Yeah, maybe. But the very first one?
Yeah.
Maybe. And the bank job still happened. Actually, that bank job's even worse of a thing, because it did also require a click. And another click, so really it was net gain 2.
Yeah.
If you want to go even more further through it. Fairy.
So he needs a decryptor. Oh, it's a toll booth. Definitely needs a decryptor now.
Yeah, if I remember rightly, he's got a...
Decoder. Wow.
Yeah, that's a different
what they're called,
yeah. He's got 2 decoders from what I remember. He's got the Central's only one, Passport, and he's also got
Zool.
Yeah, I think it's Zool.
Yeah. Zool's a great card.
You reckon?
It's the least complicated... Well, no, that's not true. Zool and I think Corroder are kind of the least complicated basic breaker. And when I say basic breaker, I mean something that's cheap, that has pumpable strength 1 for 1, and breaks 1 sub for 1.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't exist for sentries.
I'm thinking about... surely there's some... 1 for 1. What about pipe... No, not pipeline. Isn't there garrote?
Cheap.
Oh, yeah, cheap is... Yeah. Okay. See, I don't think about cheap things like you.
Well...
I'm all class. I'm not. Don't give me that silence.
Anyway,
yeah. Now that I've been chastised enough. The runner side is looking very good. The runner has really been a runner game here, hasn't it? He's really just run away with it. Is that the...
Maybe.
Astro? I think I still see one Astro in hand.
Oh, 2 credits though. What do you get in terms of price for 2 credits?
Wrap around, pop-up window.
That will stop those breakers.
Maybe
a code gate.
Quandary.
Quandary. There we go.
Quandary would do it.
Yeah.
Oh, inside job.
Oh.
Nothing. Oh, guard.
Yeah. For 2 credits, though? Isn't guard like 4 or something?
Damn it, no. Guard is a problem. Yeah. Okay, he's going actually for R&D.
Yeah, R&D, okay.
Don't see what that is.
Something not an agenda, not an agenda. Alright.
I don't think... I'm not sure if it is the AstroScript, though. Scary times.
Scary, scary times. But that's what makes Netrunner such an exciting game.
Yeah, it is. It's... Yeah. I'm not sure where I was going with that.
Yeah, I mean, if you compare it to something more directly adversarial, like Conquest or Star Wars or something, in those games you're never sitting there going, "Will he do this thing that will completely unravel me with his turn?"
That's true.
Or a quarter of his turn.
You get a little bit of that, but I think. Also, the way that money and cards are just easily retrievable whenever you need it. I think that's actually, despite being a really simple idea that you can just get cards when you want them, that's actually a really major point.
Yeah.
Because I personally can't think of a game which just says, you can just get cards whenever you want, or if you just need money, just get money. Mm-hmm. Because it's one could say probably the biggest resource in Netrunner is time.
Yeah,
because time is literally money.
And this goes back to time being, a click being more valuable than either a resource or a credit.
That's true. Yeah. It is interesting, though. I agree. And I agree that the hidden information is I think this was probably one of the games with the most hidden information that I know of. I can only ever think of one game that's more hidden information, but that one never really took off. Made in the days where CCGs were all over the place. Spycraft.
Never heard that one.
Yeah, see, there you go.
It's probably a little bit before my time.
It's sort of adversarial. You send guys on missions. You can play a card face down. You turn it up around when you want to use it. Mm-hmm. But just because you've put a face-down card on your agent, it doesn't mean that it's a piece of equipment. No, it could just be another agent.
Ooh, a sneak door. Oh.
Not to HQ. Yeah. Not to HQ. And I don't think that is an AstroScript in there, because otherwise...
And that's glare.
No, that was a traffic accident. I don't think it's the AstroScript, because otherwise he would have scored it instead of installing more ice in front of it. He's going again... That is a...
Explodapalooza.
We didn't even see that one.
Yeah.
Well, that is game?
See, I think FFG should make a agenda called Glare. That would really mess with commentators.
Oh my god, he's just going through his hand, through the next few cards. No, it was not good.
No.
Anyway, that puts us in... Well, the next game is going to be the final, as Oliver and Mark play against each other one final time. Much like the commentary we started with, it's going to be Oliver as the core, Mark as the runner, and should be a good game, and that'll determine the store champ for FTW.
Yeah, we hope to see you soon, although we are definitely not spying on you through your webcam.
Please take away the piece of masking tape. Yeah. Anyway, see you guys next time.
See ya!
We totally are, though.
Oh, yeah.